All right. You already know what time it is. We back, we back, we back.
Hello, hello.
Come on now. Y'all know y'all miss us.
We in the space shuttle.
Come on now. We're getting ready to take off. I'm your boy, Adrian, a.k.a.
I'm Stubbs. How y'all doing?
Hey, and we got another special guest for y'all in the house today. Hey, today we have an incredible guest joining us today. Bahja Amira. I sure hope I didn't mispronounce your name. But Bahja is a powerhouse in both legal and the financial world. Is that right?
As a law advocate, she specializes in contract law and court cases, offering valuable insights for educational purposes.
Come on now, but that's just one side of her expertise. She's also a skilled day trader by a cryptocurrency investor and also a dedicated mentor of helping people achieve their financial freedom.
On top of all that, she's a mother of 5, proving that success and balance can go hand in hand like a high five. Get ready for an insightful conversation as we dive into law, finance, and the mindset it takes to build wealth. Bahja, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Come on now, you already know what time it is. Welcome, 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 welcome. You know, we've been trying to get you on the show for quite a spell.
I know.
Say
I
like
know.
3 other times? Yeah, 2, 3 times? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. Alignment.
I know. We're so glad that you're finally able to make it with us today. So tell us, before we get into the everything, we just want people to know where to get in touch with you, get that out the way first so everybody would know where to find you.
I guess Facebook, you can catch me at Bahja Amira. On Instagram, you can catch me at Generational Wealth, _, Generational Wealth. Yeah.
Sounds good. And I just
Okay.
you mind if I kick it
Go
off
ahead,
real
go
quick? What got you in the field of finance and, want to help yourself, and not only help yourself, but help people achieve financial freedom?
Okay. So it wasn't really finance that I got into. Mm-hmm. And what really started it was religion.
Okay.
Right? So when I was in like college and stuff like that, like beforehand, like I was a religious person. Like my mom used to take me to go, sing in a choir and all types of stuff. Like we were in a church, so I started really like questioning religion. It was people in college, that came from different places. I went to like a private school, you feel me? And a lot of people from like different parts of the world had came here, and they weren't like they didn't know things of like the Bible and stuff like that. That wasn't like history, or that wasn't even a known fact to them. So it made me start like questioning like religion. And when I started questioning religion, it brought me to like the Holy Trinity.
Okay.
The Holy Trinity brought me to the courtroom.
I don't understand that correlation.
I promise you. I don't know how it correlated. I promise you. But the Holy Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Right? So in the courtroom, it's the judge, the prosecutor, and yourself. Okay? So after that, it brought me to the straw man, right? Which is, the corporation that they made, the state, and the living person. That's what brought the correlation. That's why people can't tell me that religion and law don't go hand in hand.
I know it might be strange for some, but when you broke it down like that, as soon as you said that, I automatically knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I had the
there.
same concept as well.
That's how I got there.
So it's so crazy how that happens, because whenever you break it down like that, it's sort of like you got your spiritual father, and they got the father they want to assign to you here on earth. Mm-hmm. Like you said, the court, the judge, stuff like that.
Right.
And by you having that, I want to say awakening, what was the first steps to you learning the system?
I guess the first steps to me learning the system, before trying to learn who I was as myself, or like at least trying to find out like my family and lineage and stuff like that, or whatever. Right. I started looking at the definitions of things. I came across somebody named Malika Dulce, and it was about the definitions, looking up the words. The problem is that they spoke a different language that we did not speak. That was the real issue. They spoke a language that we didn't speak. So simple things like birth and birth don't mean the same thing as what you think the common meaning of it means, as in legalese.
Right.
So once you break down what these words are, they kind of tell you really what to do. You know, once you are able to break it like word for word for word, like it tells you what to do.
What edition of Black's Law Dictionary do you have? I feel like you have at least one.
A fourth and a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And a sixth. That's the one that's like kind of like online, more so handy.
I got a third. It's over there somewhere behind all them pictures. But I do want to know, can you simplify for the people straw man?
Like what a straw man is.
Well, I'm sorry. Yes, what a straw man is. Yes.
Like in a let's put it like this, right? A straw man. So this is what I tell my clients all the time. You're playing the game of Monopoly, right? So in Monopoly, let's put it like this. There's the boat, the car, the dog, the hat. You get what I'm saying? And there's somebody who is controlling the dog, the hat, and the boat. The straw man is the person is the boat. You know? They're the boat, they're the top hat, and they're the, you know, like whatever.
They're your avatar to play the game.
To play the game.
Yes.
They are a different entity. The Monopoly is a game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Monopoly is a game. So they're the piece to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But people tend to forget that there is a person that is controlling the piece that is playing the game, right? So the straw man is the piece that is in the game that is able to play. Okay? You can't play without this token to play the game. Okay? That's what I would describe the straw man as. It's like a token to play in the game of commerce, to play in that field.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, anything outside of that, as in yourself, the living person, is outside of that game. We're the ones that's controlling the pieces in there if you're able to come out and control those pieces. You get what I'm saying?
Now, let me ask you this. When you first found out about the straw man, did everything became more clear to you?
It started to make sense. Mm-hmm. It wasn't quite clear yet. Okay.
Understood.
It wasn't quite clear yet. It started to make sense like, okay, yeah. They're playing a game somehow, some way here. But I wasn't really sure what that game was.
Right.
Yet, you know?
It just felt like somebody was taking more control over your life than you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I definitely agree.
And it was like little simple things that you would like say, like, how about this? So the first time, like, I kind of realized it in a legal sense was I had traffic tickets, right? They suspended my license, right? So I guess in Michigan, if they suspend your license, right, and you get another traffic ticket, they suspend it again.
Right.
Okay, and again. And
you
again.
Can't do that.
And again, it just didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense to me. So I was just like, no. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I have to pay this thing 10 times? How can you suspend something 5 times over?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a money game. That's when I realized, okay, that's a money game. Like, how? How in the hell does that work?
They're tax courts. They're not real.
Oh, trust me,
Yes.
I know.
And you know what's interesting about you said you got to play on words because up here, they say it's a privilege to drive.
Oh, it is.
In another state, it might be a right to drive.
Hit or miss. No, it's always a privilege.
Yeah, it's always a privilege, but it's still the wording, you know, what they put in certain type of legalese.
It is. I was just telling somebody that the other day or whatever, and they had tried to break it down like, oh, no, it's something about the right to drive or whatever. I was like, no, it's that terminology that you're using.
The term, yep.
That gets you in trouble.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sorry, were you done?
Mm-hmm.
How easy is it for you to separate yourself from your straw man when in court?
Oh, it's easy when you know who you are.
Okay.
Okay? It's easy when you know who you are and they cannot take you off. So, like, when I first started, like, yeah, they can ask me a couple of questions that'll probably bring me back into their jurisdiction or make me, you know what I'm saying, conform to what they're talking about, eventually cave in without really knowing until, like, you know, it was done. Like, the court case was done, you know? it's really about knowing who you are. Once you know who you are, they cannot knock you off your swivel.
And how many cases do you say it took for you to get a hold of who you are? Or when was your epiphany?
My epiphany was probably my eviction case, my first eviction case, because it was nothing that I really did wrong. And they were wrong, you know? And when I really talked to someone about it, they told me that they were wrong. The judge told me that they were wrong. The only reason why I really haven't sued those people right now is because I just don't feel like it.
Don't do that, because
Oh,
they
no,
would sue you if it was the roles was reversed.
Trust me, I went to do it. I forgot to put one of the officers' addresses on there. You get what I'm saying? They told me to put the address on it. I just never sent it back. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, they haven't messed with me since. It's not no need. I got Washtenaw on lock. You get what I'm saying? I got Monroe on lock. I got Wayne County on lock. It's not really, and they're within Wayne County, the people that I'm talking about. So
So you just picking your battles pretty much.
it really don't. It's not. So to piss off all of them, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
You know. So
Now I want to ask you this. Now, it looks like to me that you might be you are an expert in cryptocurrency. Now I just want to know what got you into doing that.
I knew there was money out there in that world. Mm-hmm. Okay. And when I started, let's put it like this, I was a hustler. So I just wanted to find like some type of way to make really quick money. And, you know, I saw it in like Forex. They was talking about Forex. I joined like a whole bunch of stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that really got me into it. Now with those companies and stuff, I really didn't learn too much of anything or whatever. I still had to learn on my own. But as I was with those companies, I was able to like, when they were calling out trades and stuff, I was still able to like look at the chart and like see what stuff, like what was going on. So over time I was able to learn like, okay, like this is happening when this is happening, when they're doing this and that and the third or whatever. So that's kind of like, you know, how I learned on top of like taking like a woman named Dominique's class that used to be with a company and, you know, all that type of stuff that happened. But yeah, I knew it was money in it. I knew it was money in crypto. And you couldn't tell me. You just had to learn how to do it. That's it.
So I want to know, what type of advice would you tell somebody who's trying to get into the crypto world?
Into crypto? It just depends on what type of trader they are. If they want to get into crypto and as in like Forex and options and stuff like that, my best advice is to learn how to read the charts.
I agree.
You need to learn what those candlesticks are saying in order to read the book. So if you want to get into crypto, learn how to read the charts.
Learn calls and puts, y'all. Y'all got to learn a call and a put. And once you
support and resistance. No, when I'm saying learning how to read learning the charts, I'm saying learn how to read. What does that green mean?
Why
what
is
does
it
that
short?
red
Why is it
mean?
long? Yep.
What does that wick mean on that candlestick? You know what I'm saying? Why did it end up like right here versus down here where that wick is? That's when I say like know how to read the graph, I mean like know how to read the graph. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to know what that graph is. You cannot look at the graph is like a book. You cannot look at that graph and not know the language of that book and expect to, you get what I'm saying, predict something or guess something or, you know, make a what is it called? A hypothesis on what is going to happen next.
Right.
So, yeah, no, you got to know how to read.
Now, I don't want to know.
Those are the words.
I don't want to know currently, but when you first got into the game, what was a good day like and a bad day like?
When I first got into the game.
You don't got to answer that. We could go move on.
When I first got into the game, it was like good money or whatever. But when I first got into the game, it's what made me stop doing it for like a year. You get what I'm saying? Because imagine touching so much money that you never got to touch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I realized I was a gambler at that time. And it's a thin line between trading and gambling. That's what you gotta know.
It's damn near the same thing when you think about
but
it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a thin line. The thin line is discipline.
Because you're taking the risk too.
The thin line is discipline. Mm-hmm. I promise.
But it sounds like your risk paid off and you just coasted for, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still learn how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I didn't know anything. It's just like when you go back and like, say if you win like, $1,000 or whatever, right? And you go back into the chart or whatever, and you should have got out. The chart is gonna show you
Yeah.
that you should have got out.
But let's talk about that win. How did that win make you feel?
Oh, wins always make you feel good. It's like, oh my God, yes. Like, okay, I did that. Because, I don't take people's trades for real. So it's really like, okay, I did that. Like, okay, it gives you confidence. You get what I'm saying? Like, it gives you like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Like, I can go back and I can do this. I can repeat it. Like, that first win was just like, okay, yeah, it's money here. Like I said, that's why I got into trading. I promise you, I got into trading for fast money.
That's what's up.
I'm not going to hold you.
Why do you think people are too scared to do this type of thing?
A lot of people fear what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. They just push off a lot of fear that they don't know. They don't know what the outcome could be, but they know the outcome could be bad. They also see that the outcome can be good, but it's like, I guess like the bad outweighs the good in their mind. I don't know. Like, it's the fear. They don't have people around them. If they had more people around them, it wouldn't seem so far-fetched to go like, okay, yeah, like that's an option. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's like, okay, yeah, like that's like a hobby or something like that. Or like, that's like a, like, I don't know. It's a little different.
So I do want to know, what are some books you read or some books you want people, maybe even your clients, to read to, just try to progress and begin to grow in life and do better?
A dictionary. So if you're gonna read anything as far as to be a law client, you want to read a dictionary. So you want to read like a Black's Law. You want to read like maybe
Bouvier.
like a old old dictionaries. You don't want to try to get too many new ones.
Yeah, they switch up.
If you can find an encyclopedia, you know what I'm saying, like almanacs, or I probably pronounced that wrong, but still.
You said it right, almanac.
Yeah, and as far as like trading, if you're gonna trade, you want to read like the Candlestick Bibles, Traded Within the Zone. Those are two that I would stick on because they teach you the actual candlesticks. They teach you like where it came from, like with rice and measuring rice and the markets and stuff like that. It's really a Japanese thing. It's not even that old. It's like it came out in the 1990s.
Okay.
And see, that's new talk for myself and a lot of people. Candlesticks, all this other stuff. A lot of people don't look at it like that. They look at it as with a blind eye.
Yeah.
I do want to know about Forex. I'm sorry. I did just want to know about Forex. I keep hearing about it, something about how it's like the global market or something. Can you simplify it for me?
I guess when they say like a global market, they might mean that like all the currencies are in one spot.
That's possibly. I'm completely oblivious.
Like trading Forex is like going to a money exchange and changing like
They got everything.
USD for Canadian, or the yen for the USD. You know what I'm saying?
But after
it's like doing it at like a big sum. It's like if you came there with like with that money there.
See, my understanding of it was our American market, our stock market is different from their market. So I could take my money, convert it, then go trade over in their markets and bring that money back. That was my understanding of it. Oh, so that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is. It's like what? 4 different markets?
Okay.
Yes. So that you can trade in those different markets. But at the end of the day, all that it really is like being able to trade in your phone different cryptocurrencies, you know what I'm saying, at that time. Because you can trade in, well, I guess if you trade at a certain time, it's in their it's just in a time zone or whatever when they're active. It's not like a different market. You get what I'm saying? It's all the same.
Okay.
Like market.
It kind of reminds me of something like what they call one of those money, like you said, a money market account almost. Like they take your money, they invest in a different type of investments. Canada, China, whatever. It kind of sounds like that almost.
In a sense, but you're investing that. So like when you're trading Forex, so like say I have a broker and I'm trading Forex. I can trade gold. You know what I'm saying, against the USD.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? And if gold is at 2,300, you know what I'm saying, I can still trade it at like 5 cents. That's what Forex is in a sense. It's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's not like you're in different markets per se. The markets are just the time zones. People are up at different times. So at different times, the markets are doing different things. So like in the Asian time zone, if I'm not mistaken, it consolidates the whole time. You get what I'm saying? When we're up, it's getting active because the news and stuff is going on. But when we're asleep, around the time that we're asleep, around like 6 and like what? Between like 11 or something, 10 o'clock at night or whatever. That's like the, who is that? That's Europe over there. They up. These people are up when we're asleep. For the most part, they're up when we're asleep. So it's not like it's a different market per se. It's just that you're able to get into trading different currencies at different weights within the comfort of your phone or your laptop. Like for real. That's just really what it is. And it's like they're all weighted at different things.
Now I do want to know, kind of on another topic. There are people who only use debit cards and not credit cards. What's the benefit of a credit card, and should everybody use a credit card? Or
So if you're into like credit and like building credit and having credit, of course, like I feel like you should use credit cards. There's not a reason that you should use a debit card because, the more that you pay for your gas, the more that you pay off your light bill, the more that you pay off these things, your credit builds, you're building up credit history. So you're able to get those funds and stuff that you're not normally able to get. Like if those funds are not collected on the debit card, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, a credit card is best. Rich people use credit cards all the time, so.
And I think, like you said before, when it comes to the credit thing, a lot of people are ignorant when it comes to credit and don't know what it does.
Yeah, it's just a recycling thing. It's just recycling money.
so
Yes.
what exactly does your business do for somebody's credit? Are you help them build an established credit, or?
No, I refer people over to the credit specialist.
Okay.
So maybe Jada Neal, or we can refer them over to, or my other company. But that's like AI credit. Sometimes people want to do it, sometimes they don't. So I try to give them to somebody that is actually going to do it for them because that's what seems like most people want.
So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what do you specialize in and what do you help your clients with?
I specialize in law. So like I help people with like evictions,
Okay.
foreclosures, contract law, things of that nature. Like driving traffic tickets, court. Yeah, that's me.
Before they go to court for a traffic ticket or a traffic infraction, what is the first thing you would tell them to do?
Send a notice.
Send a notice?
Yes.
And what kind of notice would that be?
Notice to the court, just basically telling them like at the end of the day, you can find these laws in your court, in your, like ours is MCL, in your state statutes. What a corporation is, what a person is, what an individual is. But you can find a person on like the MCL, you can find a person on like, I can't think of what the other one is. But it's an MCL. We have two different type of statutes that's out here. Oh, in the court. No, the commercial laws. Mm-hmm. So you can get it on the commercial laws or you can get them on the MCLs. And at the end of the day, like a person means like an individual, corporation, trust, LLC, anything of those natures or whatever, right? So I would send a notice basically telling them like, I'm not who you think I am, okay? This is who I am. This is me, and this seems to be an entity that was created at this time, even though I was born at this time, that, is conflicting with who I am.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I do not qualify as a person to be sued. And in MCL, what is chapter 2 with the criminal and civil codes, you know what I'm saying? You'll sit there and say, like, these are the type of people that can be sued. The type of people that can sue and be sued. I do not qualify as one of those people.
Now, I also was told, too, whenever you get a traffic infraction or some type of ticket from the officer, I hear that when you do that, you're low-key accepting the contract from them. Do you think that's true?
Well, it is true. It's still, like, you still are accepting the contract. Yes. That's true.
Yeah. So everybody out there, I'm telling you, you're accepting the contract and don't even know it.
Yeah, but sometimes when you've been through it, like when you've actually gone through it, sometimes it is better to get the ticket and fight it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because these people will fight you. What do you want to go to jail for? Well, you don't have to. Okay. even some officers, it got to the point where some officers will tell you, like, that's something that you settle in court. Like, we're not going to argue that right here. Oh, okay. Well, we can settle in court.
It's always a smart way to do it.
There's more witnesses.
Yeah, and it's just not like, you know, you can fight it right there. You can fight it to the point where they're not going to do anything to you but give you a ticket or something like that or whatever. Or even let you go. But it just depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth, like, they're going to give you the ticket and what you're going to be like, no, fuck this, and throw it out the window.
Yes,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
system, yeah. So you got
no, like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. That's like you sending somebody an instrument, you get what I'm saying? And they be like, they get it and they be like, oh, fuck this. Like, you can't just be like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you cannot just do that. You already accepted it. You already grabbed it. If anything, you should have rolled your window up and drove off. If that's the case, you already accepted it. So it's not no point of doing all of that. You just need to just go on about your day and just finish it afterhand.
I agree. I say fight it in court.
Yeah.
More witnesses, more documentation.
I mean, it's just documents. You just got to send the notices to the court, for real, for real. Sometimes they might make you want to come in, X, Y, and Z. Do you know what you're talking about? They can put you dead ass last. Do you know what you're talking about? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did with me. That's what they did.
Oh, yeah, you do? Okay.
They didn't even put me in the waiting room with everybody else on the Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this. Now I'm quite sure you try to educate people on, you know, that particular part of the before you go into court. I know you've been challenged left and right by everyday people. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that ain't this and that. Nobody ever try to challenge you on that?
I mean, yeah. I don't care.
Because people going to be people at the end of the day. They're going to think the way they want to think.
They gonna talk. My daddy always told me, people gonna talk about you to the day you die. What you gonna do? Fight everybody?
Now, as far as your friends and family, I know you want to educate them and get them to see it from your perspective. How hard is that for you?
I mean, I don't try to get them to do anything.
I mean, I try, but at least inform them. Hey, this.
I mean, you pick and choose your battles. Okay.
Even
you know
with family, you don't.
You pick and choose your battles. My granny is my granny. You know what I'm saying? I know I might try to say a little stuff to like mess with her a little bit because I know it's messing with her like, dissonance, but it's messing with her dissonance, so it's not really gonna get you anywhere.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna get her like, okay, like but she's gonna go back to where she knows.
She's going to shun it off.
She's gonna go back to what she knows. You get what I'm saying? So it's not no point in like going back and forth with people who are going to stay where they want to stay. Like, if anything, anybody in my family that I really have like a conversation with as far as like the stuff that I kind of do, it's like my mom. You get what I'm saying? Like my mom over the years, she's kind of like become like more receptive. Like she's kind of seeing it. Like, because like I said, like I grew up in the church. My mama grew up in the church real bad. Okay, worse than me. Like she every day. You get what I'm saying? So like her even questioning church is like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So like even her doing that, and that's starting to question like, okay, like it's starting to make her look at other things differently or whatever. So it's like when I was saying stuff to people when I was first starting, it was like it wasn't their time or whatever. But it's like I know like at least that my mama's time is coming up. Like so when she's ready, like okay, yeah, like we're gonna talk about it or whatever. Like even now, like I got my cars and trusts and stuff like that. They don't like
it's crazy.
They don't understand the benefit of it.
They don't think nothing of it.
It's crazy you mentioned that because I go through the same thing with my grandfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not that he shuns it off. It's that it's not for him to understand.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah,
They
and it's
don't
okay. It's not for them to
Yeah.
understand. I get it.
Yeah.
But like you said before, this is your thing. This is your mindset, and you can't change everybody's mind because it's for you.
Right.
So, hey, what can we say?
Can we say?
So let me go back to crypto for a minute. I just want to ask you one quick thing. What do you think about certain type of individual cryptos, like let's say XRP? Because that's been hot on everybody's topic right now when it comes to crypto.
It is, and it's so funny because it's only did like a little. It didn't do nothing like yet.
Right.
It didn't do nothing yet. I mean XRP. It is a good. It's a good coin. It's actually going to turn. It's a good network. It's going to turn into like a payment processor, like a different type of payment processor or whatever, and it's going to actually like pioneer a way on like how they do like certain types of payments and stuff, like as far as like because Bitcoin, you can already pay for your car on like Bitcoin and stuff like that or whatever, but they're going to avenue a way that you can do like payments for different things. They're going to open up, like they're going to be like a payment processor to be able to like like I don't know how to explain it, like cycle out the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like be able to like catch it from like, how do I say it, like the digital world to the real world. They're going to be like a branch to like bring these people over.
It's like Cash App, but differently in a way. It's kind. I get what you're putting down, but I'm trying to find the best way
No,
to break
it's
it
like
down.
it's like you ever
It's
heard
the
like
bridge from
Remit?
Who?
Remit. It's like MoneyGram.
Yeah, I heard of
Okay,
it. Yeah.
I know money.
I heard of it.
XYO. You heard of that one? That crypto?
No, I don't think so.
What about Doge? What's your thoughts on Doge?
I don't know. That was supposed to be like a meme coin.
It is, but
And then I've been seeing,
it
like-
gets traction.
And this is what see. I don't get into politics and stuff like that or whatever.
Okay.
But it's like, is Elon using Doge, the same Doge that's a coin? That's what I'm confused about.
I'm not too familiar with that one.
Yeah, see,
I heard
don't
about it, but I don't
know.
know that one too much. But I have heard of H bar. You heard of H bar?
I never heard of that one.
H bar is supposed to be more towards the AI. Right
Okay.
there, H bar. H bar.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see it. See, a coin that I've got into lately is called Telcoin. It's called Telcoin. And Telcoin is supposed to be like the first digital bank in Nebraska.
ELL?
TELCOIN.
Let me look that one up.
On what? Coinbase or what are we talking about? Crypto.com?
No. MetaMask, a swap. You got to get it off a swap. You got to get it off a swap.
I don't
It's
even
in
know.
Decentraland. It's not in. So like crypto and Robinhood, they all in centralized currency still.
Mm-hmm.
They're still regulated. It's like wallets and stuff that are.
You trust the wallets? You trust that?
I trust it more than the centralized.
And why is that?
Oh my God, because that's my own wallet. Can't nobody get into it. I can't even get, if I lose the fucking
Password?
passwords, I can't even get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gone.
And just to
gone.
be sure, you said the name of the program is called Tailcoin.
Yeah, Telcoin. It's Telcoin. TELCOIN.
Well, no, that's the name
And
of
it's
the coin.
blue. It's blue. And no, it's the name of the company too. So when you look
That's
it
the
up,
company's right
okay.
here.
it's a company in Nebraska that is going to become the first. Well, it is. It's already the first digital bank, like crypto type bank. You know.
And I see it right here. It's uniting the blockchain and technology.
Oh, you looking it up?
I'm right here on
Okay.
the website.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See it right here.
I see it.
And you know what me, I'm interested in all this type of stuff because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. My main goal is to work for myself. I want to find a way to have my money make me money.
Right.
That's what my mindset is, right? It actually has always been like that, but I just never had the experience how to do that. You know how everybody say I want to be a football player, but don't know, the first steps on. Well, they know how to put on some cleats, but don't know the training regimen.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an idea, but I gotta keep training to get to the NFL when it comes to doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It just really it just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
yeah, because that's the main step for me.
Yeah, and then from what you want to do, you could branch it off into anything.
So I do want to know initially, what were you in college for?
When I first went, it was business administration, sports management. No, when I first went, it was criminal justice. Then it went to business administration, sports management.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So, sports management. What got you want to take that one up?
I play sports.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I played sports.
What was your
for real.
sport?
I did cheerleading. I did track. I did basketball. So yeah, I played sports.
Okay.
I did football on the side. I couldn't play for real.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Are we talking about full contact or we talking about flag?
Oh, no, I used to do both.
Okay.
I didn't play no games.
Oh, you played. All right. Now, what was your position in football?
Quarterback,
Quarterback.
wide receiver, all day.
What's your favorite football team? I gotta know.
I don't know. When I used to like it, I guess it used to be probably like the Steelers. When I used to like it.
The Steelers.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
The
Are you
Steelers?
from there? Pittsburgh?
Why the Steelers?
Is this the logo?
I don't know. I used to be a Steelers fan. When I as far as NFL, yeah, a Steelers fan.
Nah, the college you went to, I'm assuming that's your favorite college football team.
No.
What college did you go to?
I went to Indiana Tech. I don't even
I
think
get it
they
now.
had a football
Yeah.
team.
Do you have a favorite college football team?
Of course, you go Bill.
Go ahead. Absolutely. We gotta get an eminent.
Y'all know that's around fun. You do. You definitely need a
You're welcome here
that
anytime.
emblem.
You're welcome here anytime. Hey, we got to get a U of M.
That's what I just was thinking. We gotta get a poster or something.
And we got to get a U of M sound right here.
What type of U of M song you gonna?
We're going to
pick?
play Hail to the Victors.
Hail to the victors.
The whole song?
No,
that's
you
just
lying.
Hail to the victors. Hey, cut it off right there.
Hail. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
you know the song. You know
I'll
the
think
song.
about
Come
it.
on
I'll
now.
think about it.
You know.
I do.
But yeah, though. But that's good though because you got a whole bunch of life experiences you can translate into the world where you're in right now.
Yeah.
So, would you ever write a book? Is that on your to-do list? It seems like you do a lot.
Yes, I actually would write a book. I've thought about it a few times. I wrote like a journal. I wrote like a different type of book, but not like a book like on like law and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, so it would be about law if you did write one, or
No, I mean I wrote one and it's about like mental health.
okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because what I learned in law is that like people's mentality got to be right to get into it. Like they have to want to change and really like break barriers or it's not going to work for them. It's just not. And I don't know what that is. And I came to the conclusion that is something spiritual within them. Because at the end of the day, like you'll be surprised. Like, I don't know. You'll be surprised. But these things, like certain things, they have to go through their own process. Mm-hmm. You know? And they do. Like they have to go through their own spiritual process on it. And whatever brought them to me in the first place, they literally have to go through that. And I'm just literally just a guide for that. You know, I'm not really, like I can teach y'all law. That's just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the skill. The skill means nothing if you don't have the heart and the, mind to move forward and to continue to do it, even when they push you back. Because you think that it's going to be easy for them to like let you go. Like you think they're just going to let you go. Like, like, no, they're going to fight you.
Which makes sense because like you said before, if you're not right, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Because I notice when we're talking about the straw man, that's more of a spiritual thing more than it is a physical thing.
It is.
And people don't understand that
It's
part.
not physical at all, other than the cars with them.
Well, see, people think about the money.
Right, and they do. They get
Yeah.
stuck on that. Like these people thinking like things of like, oh, this is on my ears. These people thinking like these things like they're really gonna get like credit or like money.
They think of the Lamborghini and the this
They're-
and the other.
They think that they're really gonna give them out like $100 billion.
It's not going to happen that way.
It's never gonna happen that way.
No.
There's
Ever.
no secret TDA accounts or nothing with your money in it.
I mean, they have TDA.
I'm just, yeah, that's why I had to make the face.
Don't get me wrong.
Now, you can live comfortably, but you're not going to get no $1 billion. That's not going to happen.
You're not gonna get them to. Let's put it like this: there is like no trust account. The account that people are talking about. Let's put it like this. I'm sorry. It's like under like a master file. It's like exemptions that you never claimed. You get what I'm saying? It's because you've been exempt this whole time. You've never claimed your estate. You get what I'm saying? And those still wouldn't come out like once you claim it, they're not about to sit here and write you, like I said, $100 billion check. Like they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
And which is so crazy, too, because the people in the wrong mindset, they're thinking they're about to go to the club and make it rain every night. They think they're about to buy all the mansions and the, Porsche trucks and all that stuff.
What does it say? Like, what does that verse say? You can't serve two masters.
Amen.
So
If y'all get reparations, be smart.
That's the problem.
Or
It's
just
not-
big money in general.
everybody get reparations. You can do certain things and get drafts and get money back or whatever. And that's just your money coming back. But the people thinking that they're just about to get some type of lump sum or whatever after all this is done and all of that. That's not what it is. That's not what's going to happen because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's Caesar's shit. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
who?
Caesar's
Shit.
shit.
Okay.
SHIT.
Okay.
Okay.
It belongs to.
It belongs to them. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give to God what is God's. Okay? So you're not going to get what you think in that's what I was, serving two masters is serving riches. You get what I'm saying? So if your sole purpose is to get those riches, Okay, you might get it. At the end of the day, you might not. If you get those riches, that's gonna come with some consequences. You get what I'm saying? Because they're not just gonna give you just money just flat out like that. That's just not gonna happen. If you make it out of thin air, yes, but they're not gonna, like, when people think that, I don't know, it's like people think that when they get done with these SPC processes or these Moorish processes.
Why you say SPC?
'Cause
Was that a shot at somebody?
No, that's just what it is. That's what they call it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. The SPC or Moore's processes or whatever. You get what I'm saying? That's what they call it. And once they do those or whatever, people be feeling like they're about to get something. Like they're about to get like, oh, like the shit is about to start coming to me. That's not what's happening here.
I feel like you just learn the game better and you really learn how to save your gains more so than.
What to do and what?
Yeah, it's more. What am I trying to say? Once you really learn the process of how all of this works, estates, trusts, all these documents and forms, you learn more how to delegate your money and better use your finances. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just not coming out right.
I think I gotta understand what you're saying. Basically, what you mean is that once you understand how the game is really played, you can play it. You can now come up with your own strategy on how to win.
On how to win and how to, ways to use your funds.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And also, too, I want to change the topic a little bit about being financially free and teaching it amongst other people. Is that a difficult task to do? Depending on the person, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the person, but it can be challenging. I like a challenge, so it's not too much that it's like easy or it's hard. You come across different types of people,
right?
So you learn like different types of way on how to navigate different types of people, so I don't know, like the hardest part to me is that people, like the people who don't want to do anything, you know what I'm saying, like who don't want to be better, who don't want to, you know what I'm saying, just always.
Well, there's nothing you could do for them.
I know, and that probably is what hurts me the most, is because I can't, and it's like until you realize that you feel me, like you have to do this for yourself or whatever the case may be, more than what you like, that quick fix that you want, then hey, it's nothing that I can do, and that kind of hurts because it's like, damn.
Well, it's just like with anything in life. People don't want to put in that work. A lot of people don't want to put in that work to make better, for a better outcome for themselves. Right. That's what I have noticed. They think everything's supposed to be given to them.
Right.
Entitlement. You don't think so?
I agree, but when I always see things from the indigenous perspective, I'm like, this is our land. Y'all deserve to. We should wake up to checks.
But
no, we deserve the land.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't get me wrong. We deserve the land. We deserve to live free. We deserve X,
as
Y,
we
and
did
Z.
before they threw us in the monetary system.
Right. So, but when you think about that, and when you think about like, okay, well, that's their monetary system. Mm-hmm. Then if you're going to sit here and say like, oh, okay, well, this is ours, they can give you all of yours. That takes nothing. That's nothing but not fucking with you. Mm-hmm. Right. As long as you just build your own house. You know what I'm saying? Get your own food. Get your own
That's
water.
what we did before they threw us in the system.
I'm saying, but a lot of people don't know how to do that nowadays.
Yeah, we lost the ability, so cut us a check. Y'all made us POWs. Cut us a check. Y'all took our land. Cut us a check. It's several checks. It's more than one check.
They can cut you a check for it or whatever, but it's just like, so you think, I want to put it like this for real, right?
I got chemtrails all over for us. Cut us a check.
But see,
if they give every citizen in Michigan a check,
the ones who I'm not saying the ones who fighting for it.
What do with it?
I'm saying the ones who fighting for it.
Look at people's tax returns. People get racks on racks on racks back, and look what they do with that.
This is what I'm saying. The ones who fight for it. If it's only us three out of everybody in Michigan going to court trying to say, hey, you're wrong for this, wrong for that. Cut us our checks. Of course.
I do feel that way.
Yeah.
I do feel that way too about like the people that like, yeah, why do you play? Like, why do you play with me when these other people want to play with you and I don't want to play with you?
Because some people capitulate.
And, I mean, I get that too, but at the end of the day, like when they made certain agreements when they came here, okay?
I can't argue that.
And there are certain agreements in place when they came here. So, like, if you want to go off and live on your own, you can do that, and they not bother you.
A lot of these agreements weren't.
But you want them to bother you. You want to use their stuff that they created. off of the agreements that
But
your people made.
They don't uphold a lot of the agreements. Just look at all the indigenous agreements. They don't uphold none of them.
They don't. But when the United States is the head of the UN, who the fuck is going to tell them anything?
And
Like Dave Chappelle said, who and what army are y'all about to come against me with?
and you know, I gotta add this to the plate too. You said with POW prisoners of war is the issue. We lost the war, and since you're a prisoner of war, they feel like they can do whatever they want to you. It's not right. I agree, it's not right.
Only because they had guns.
Okay,
They was never seen. We didn't even kill them all. We allegedly.
And you know what? Everything you say, I have no problem with what you said. But the situation at hand is, since you're a prisoner of war, you're looked at as commodity to them. That means we can do whatever we want to you. What we contractually said that we're going to give you, we don't have to abide by that because guess what? You're ours. That's the problem right there.
I feel bad when you talk like that. But
I hate to say it, but that's life. That's the way it is.
It's just
Now-
not a crumble.
Now, what we have to do, like I said, we got to put in the work to get our shit back.
Yeah, so the ones who are fighting
The
to
ones
get
who are fighting,
to
yes.
get back
Not everybody.
and established or liberated, whatever you want to call it, give us ours. Everybody else who just want to do the 40 hours,
They will give you your land.
yes,
They will give that to you.
but then they'll still. I can't think of what it's called when the government has a right to put a highway right in your land. They'll still do something like that to the land they gave you
No,
back.
you don't fall under those. It's called enumeration powers.
Mm.
You don't fall under that.
Okay.
So that's what it's called.
Is it eminent? It's
Eminent domain.
domain.
That's what I was looking for.
Eminent
Eminent
domain.
domain. Yeah.
You do not fall under that.
Hopefully, I mean,
No, you don't.
you remember like 3 or 4 Thanksgivings
like-
ago, they were tack drilling on a native reserve, and
Honestly, they're always going to attack the natives because the natives aren't the real indigenous people of the land.
I give you that. Definitely,
They
get up
cannot-
out of there.
They cannot sit here and just, you get what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like
from
if it was
Mongolia.
really us there, they could do that. But because it's people who are not really
The ones.
right.
But
They can
so
do that all day.
if we want to, who is really themselves? The Jewish are not the Jews.
No, but
No.
If y'all want to keep,
no, Jewish is Jewish. That's why I
That's
don't
what I'm
believe
saying.
in those Moorish people. And once I started correcting those Moorish people, it's like, well, you're just no different than a Jewish. How are you Moorish and you just more like? You get what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
like a Moor. It's no different.
It's not pertaining to. That's like calling somebody childish, but they're not a child.
They're not a child. You get what I'm saying? Like it has to make sense. You're
So I'm
not
just saying-
you're
It
not-
don't make sense.
it has to be 1 or 2 groups of people who are still them to this day. Everybody else has been.
Well, I'm sure there's more than that, but they don't
I'm
show us
minimizing
about
it.
them, and
Yes.
probably they don't let people come over there or whatever the case may be.
or they might kill them off like the Tasmanians in
You know what
Australia.
I'm saying? Like you never know.
I gotta add this to what you were just saying about they might be the real people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they years ago, I want to say at least 20 years ago, they conducted a study over in Ethiopia to see who the real Jews are.
Mm-hmm.
They conducted a study, try to use bloodlines and take people's blood or whatever. When they started doing that, they immediately stopped that study.
yeah, I
they
believe it.
yeah they
Found out
they
something.
stopped that
Because
study.
we're older than Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
because
are.
they had the original Torah.
We got them. The
Yeah, the
majority
original-
of the type O bloods are here in the Americas.
Facts.
A lot of the biblical animals were indigenous to
Yeah, here. Yeah.
than versus Africa.
That's a whole conversation. I could talk about that all day.
Allegedly, I don't know if this is true. I got to do my research. They said King Tut, his mummy was actually found here in America. It was never over in Egypt.
I can see
Well,
that.
I can believe it.
And
can see
I got to do my research
In
'cause-
Nevada.
yeah, well, most likely in Nevada in Grand Canyon.
The same,
Yeah.
the same thing with Mansa Musa. Hope I'm saying that right. They said he was really,
he was always here.
yeah, he
Montezuma-
was Montezuma.
yeah.
They was going over the Mississippi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
traveling to Mississippi.
the history that they tell us is not what is a lie.
Well,
And
for some
once
reason-
I found out that it was just so close, like, oh, this shit wasn't 100 and something years ago.
Nah, they lying
Oh,
to us.
like what? This shit was around the corner.
They've been lying to
Oh,
us.
Find out the biblical name of the Mississippi River, y'all.
oh man.
The Nile. Oh,
Not from them to find
my
it.
bad, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't.
I mean,
I
but
said the pile.
when you start doing research like this, because I believe in giants. I believe in other things also. Even though giants were in the Bible, it's certain things
Bigfoot.
people gonna be like, man, this ain't real. Like, you always hit a point in your theories or conspiracies where people are like, okay, now you crazy. I believed you up until you start talking about
What is crazy?
That be their dissonance.
that's dismissive.
Yeah, that's what, like Dave Chappelle said.
Yeah.
It's dismissive. What is crazy?
Crazy is what they don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't even want to
They don't
fathom
wanna,
it. They
yeah,
don't
they
want
even
to.
want to grasp it.
Yeah, how you gonna call somebody crazy? But see, I remember Bobby Hemming. I might not follow everything he said, but Bobby Hemming said, "Them the ones you really need to follow and watch, because the crazy ones that you may call them is the ones that actually got it together.
Almost every movie where it's a guy blabbing about, oh, they're coming or this or that.
Yeah.
He turns out to be right at the end of every movie.
Yeah.
Look at Noah.
Oh yeah, definitely Noah. I always think about Noah.
And
Out of
Noah.
everybody in the Bible.
Yeah.
I think about Nat Turner, and I think about I thought about this the other day. Like, in this day and age, with that Nat Turner stuff, I would have had to kill everybody.
Let me ask you
Like,
this.
would have really been outnumbered for sure.
You know who Dane Calloway is?
The Calloway sounds familiar, but I can't say.
Dane Calloway, he has a theory that says Nat Turner never existed.
Shout out to Dan Calloway.
Oh, I can believe it.
Or Rosa, I want to say not Rosa Parks.
No, Harriet Tubman.
He said those two people never existed. He even said all the pictures of Nat Turner are actually older pictures of Frederick Douglass when he was younger.
Also, too, he's the one to claim to say that
I can see it.
the civil rights movement was a CIA CIA psyops.
It was.
See,
So it's just, again, people theories. Open your mind.
I can definitely believe it.
Yeah.
All the shit they was doing back in the day, and all of this shit is after. I mean, because regardless of what the Moors, I don't believe in the Moors and stuff like that, but noble duality did come through this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey did come through this bitch.
The Garvey
and they
United.
were still even regardless, they were still connected to the government. X, Y, and Z. There are Africans that came over here or Arabs that came over here and trying to tell us X, Y, and Z. That's why I don't believe in them for real, because there were people that came from different places and told us, oh, well, you should be this, you should be that, and it's all still wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
no, go ahead. No, I just wanted to mention Michael King. Look at Michael King, for instance. You know who Michael King.
No, I
is?
don't.
Martin Luther King.
Oh,
Okay.
I know by Michael King. Oh,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
That was Martin Luther King real name. Anyway, I digress.
Right.
I just want to know, what do you think the rest of the world knows about black people that they don't tell us? Do you ever feel like they know something about us and
They do.
But what is it though?
They know that we're
What, the Israelites, the Hebrews, the chosen ones?
they know that we're they called us the tribe of Judah. They know
yeah.
that. They know that like we're lost. And they'll say that. They know that they were lost. But they know that people worshipped us. You know what I'm saying? People looked up to us. We taught a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? That we are the original people of a lot of lands. They know these things though. If you ever really talk to foreigners and really had a conversation with foreigners about because me, I used to, religion and politics was always a no-no for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. That was always come on.
You dove into it?
For me. You know what I'm saying? So you learn a lot of stuff when you ask questions.
Right.
And I yeah.
A friend of mine had an Alexa, a Amazon Alexa. Now let me say this. Me and my curious mind, I asked the Alexa, yes, who's the black people in America? You know what that Alexa said?
What?
The chosen people. That Alexa said that.
And then when it was updated a month later, it said something.
No, when it said that, and I tried to get it, I tried to get it on camera, it wasn't saying no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Once it's updated, you asked it a question, okay, never say that,
No,
never
what
again.
was that experiment? It was an experiment they was doing or whatever. That kind of just reminded me of what you was talking about. Saying it was saying something was alive, these atoms and stuff are alive because they were putting something off a reflective glass or something like that. But when they were doing it without the camera or whatever, it did one thing, and when they did it with the camera, it's the shit was just acting normal or whatever. And every time they did it with the camera, you know what I'm saying, it was acting normal. But every time it reflected by itself, it was just doing whatever it wanted to do.
It's like it knows it's being recorded.
It did. It did.
Like Toy Story or something.
Oh my God, I can't remember what experiment that was.
Toy Story. I watch it.
Sound like some AI type stuff.
It was something with an atom that they were pushing off into a light or into a wall to see the reflective or something like that on it. I can't remember what it was though. Yeah.
Also,
A whole bunch of stuff.
So I want to ask you this: do you, when it comes to UFOs, have you heard of anybody by the name of Dr. Stephen Greer?
Greer is a familiar last name, but I can't say that I recall Greer like Stephen.
Well, yeah, he's doing a lot of interviews on the internet right now, talking about his UFO encounters.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He was, I want to say, when Congress had that meeting about exposing that there has been contact with UFOs exist.
I don't
believe
watch
he was
the
there.
news.
I don't. Yeah.
But also recently too, shout out to Big Homie CC and Do God. They were talking about the existence of Bigfoot.
I don't think it's one though. I
No,
always
this
thought it
says
was
a colony.
Yeah,
It's a colony. But see, like you were telling me before, they're deep in the woods, and it's a law in the government and certain parts of Oregon saying that you cannot kill Bigfoot. It's against the law.
It's probably like Neanderthals.
They're all the same. It's different. Like they're humanoid, furry type of people. Like where do?
They're like the original white people.
Because I'm sure they talk about us like, yo, there are black ones and there are Asian
I'm
ones.
just saying, it's probably still like original type white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're white, in the mountains, in the cold,
It's hard to say.
It's hard.
I can't.
It's hard.
I
I've
can't
never
say
seen
that.
one.
in the cold.
Their fur, they don't even feel it.
Right,
They
it's
said-
fur. Black people don't have fur. White people have fur.
I give you that.
I'm not even
Nine
gonna
eat their
dispute
verse
that.
fur. 9 eat their verse fur. Look that up, y'all.
I'm not even going to
But
dispute
I
that.
will say, because the way I got onto that information was reading about Vietnamese when we were deep in the woods, the forest, fighting the Vietnamese. Our side and their side, it was so many reports of like a big Sasquatch, Bigfoot type of creature. Everybody's like, yeah, they just get up and walk off. They didn't want anything to do with the fight. They just get it, stand up, real tall, 9 foot, 13 foot, and just walk off.
And they said the natives used to trade with these beings too.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why not?
It's crazy how right now, well, it's not crazy, but right now we're in the information age where everything is starting to come into the light.
Yeah.
So
I've always felt like the world is zoned off. Like, the humans belong here. And I always feel like it's one or two continents that they keep off all the modern maps. They just don't want people to know about these continents.
Yeah.
Because that's probably where they keep. I don't know where the Rothschilds live, or the Rockefellers. That's probably where they at, over there chilling. Meanwhile, they get to manipulate the rest of the other
Probably
continents.
like a little island or something. Not in Europe.
it's some things here we have no idea. I think the more we know, the more we really don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's
True.
Do you feel like the internet made the world smaller? Being able to connect with people overseas. Do you make the world smaller or still bigger?
I mean, as far as connection, like, yeah, you can connect with more people, I guess, at a faster rate, you know?
That was it.
But, like, other than that, like, no, I don't know.
still feel like
internet is like, it has a hit or miss with me.
Okay.
I like the internet, but I don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
a gift and a curse.
Yeah. And it's just like, I was one of those people that, I don't know, like I didn't grow up like looking in the mirror and stuff like that or whatever. So like social media and stuff is like not something that I really care to really do. Like I have to really like, push myself to do like social media and stuff like that. So like I don't really care for it, but I can see like how, I don't know, I can see how it connects people, but I can see how it kind of like separates people too. Like it takes people away from reality.
So do you get most of your clients from word of mouth or
Yeah.
social media? Okay.
Word of mouth. I used to get like a lot of social media and stuff like that, but it's nowadays it's word of mouth for
Okay.
sure. Like I don't really post too much or whatever about like anything.
Okay. Now, as far as clients, do you have any wacky clients experiences? Like, do you ever just kick somebody out because, like, oh man, I can't even help you, like, get out? Or
It's plenty of people. I tell people all the time I do discriminate
okay,
because I don't, yeah, I like my energy. I like, you know what I'm saying. Like when I do like law and stuff like that, that's like a hobby. You know what I'm saying. So you're not gonna make me feel like I'm working. You know what I'm saying, to do something that I actually like to do. Like I actually would like to show you how to do, you know what I'm saying, like do what you're trying to accomplish. I would actually like to show you that, but if it's like becoming a hard time or I gotta pull you to go do X, Y, and Z because you don't want to do this and do that or whatever, and I'm doing X, Y, like
You don't want to babysit nobody.
I ain't got time for that. I got 5 kids. I don't have time.
How you manage to handle all that and have a and be a mommy at the same time?
I don't know. Like me and I don't know. We do stuff. I don't know. The wintertime, I guess, is like more so like the hardest because you can't like go outside. It's like, I don't know. Well, I'm not a winter person. Mm-hmm. So my kids probably would want to go outside and do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just like,
Ain't no building a snowman with you.
no, baby.
but is Michigan a state for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I realize that it might be like
It's not that bad. Have a snowball fight it too.
I'll be glad when it go back to what it's supposed to be.
Spring and summer.
Cause I don't like it at all. I don't like the cold.
Oh.
But like I don't know, like we like do stuff. It's like it's about scheduling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like having at least like a certain type of schedule. Like I try to have a schedule, but I'm not good at time, and I've never been good at time. Like
You like a procrastinator?
I have no sense of time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like I have no sense of freaking time.
You know, I've been hearing that from a lot of millennials.
I don't.
They get fired from their jobs. Like they say, "Oh, I got time dyslexia and stuff like
Listen,
that."
if I did work, I'd probably be fired, or I probably would have quit.
Work from home.
One or the other. I mean, I trade.
I mean,
And
no, I'm
I-
saying if you had to work a 40, just be like get a remote job.
could we go down the rabbit hole one time?
go.
I wouldn't even.
Hey, we're gonna take a brief trip through the rabbit hole one more time. You know, rest in peace to brother Dick Gregory. He said time is just a game.
Oh, I like Dick Gregory.
Yeah, he said time is just a game. Time is just, you know, something to control you.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's not.
agree.
Yeah, it's nothing because you know it's just like, you know, you hear that bell. Oh, I got to get here. I got to get there. It's all a ploy to control you.
You
That's
remember that movie? What's that damn movie called with them people? Not Divergent. What was that other one called? Hunger Games.
What happened in the movie?
Which one was it? They were going through like gates, and as they like when they were in poverty, right?
You're
They
talking
were
about
moving like fast.
Are you talking
And
about that
they were
movie with Justin Timberlake? In time,
No.
Was it?
because they had
It was
the
a
time.
trilogy.
It was time.
Yeah,
was
that was in
thing?
time.
Okay.
That was in time.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that was in
time.
Yeah, that's in
Okay.
time.
And once he started to get to like the higher,
It started getting
like the higher numbers or whatever, the higher like whatever neighborhoods it was.
they were more richer.
Yeah, you
God,
need more. Yeah.
He was
that's-
moving too fast. He
Yeah.
was moving too fast. He was walking too fast, and he started to realize like, oh shit.
Everybody else who
Everybody was taking their time.
the girl caught him. She was like, "You're the first person I ever seen running my whole life."
Yeah, like nigga, what you doing,
Yeah.
You messing up everything,
man?
and they knew he didn't belong there because of how he was moving.
Man, because of how he was moving.
That's hey, go check that out, y'all. Justin Timberlake. That's probably his best movie next to Alpha
What was
Dog.
that called? In time.
In time.
In time. I gotta look at.
I saw that 3 times back,
I gotta
3
look
times
at
in a
that
row.
again. I gotta look at that one again.
The cop was after him.
'Cause I was
remember
thinking about that. Yeah, and he actually gave the cop like more life.
Yeah, because they didn't have money, they had time.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
time.
they had like
Gave his homeboy a bunch of. He blew it all at a bar. I think about that scene. a
Man.
lot.
Oh, you talking about when he was out there
Killed
buying
himself,
drinks?
yeah.
That's how people are, and it just made you like, really, for real. That's how people are.
No, if you get a bunch of, I was telling him the other day, it was this case, this girl, she won the lottery like for $180 million. She had to keep billing her boyfriend out of the jail for like $3 million, $5 million, $10 million.
What you doing?
And everybody's
Kiss
like,
my
they was
ass.
talking to him like, bro, what is wrong with you? You got a girl who hit the number and you still out here trying to flip it?
But see, that wasn't his
Get a
money.
kiss. No,
It wasn't
right.
his money, but
It was her money, and she's yeah.
If it's not your money, you
she
playing with house
clearly
money
loved
then.
him. By bailing him out at least twice, she clearly loved you and was rocking with you, bro. Marry her
Man,
and
bail you out once.
But you know who I blame in that situation?
Who?
Her.
Her.
I made
Don't
a short
blame
about
him.
it. I made a short
He knew,
about it.
she
so-
knew she knew who he was.
Okay, and he knew who she.
Don't blame him.
Go check
blame
our
her.
shorts out, yeah.
Hey, fellas, if you marry a gold digger, don't blame her. Blame yourself. I'm sorry.
I
Hey,
give you that.
No, for real.
You gotta know your spouse. Yeah, I definitely get.
Cause like,
well.
nah, like, why would you do that?
You better read the room.
But she a good woman though. Like,
I mean,
Yeah, she- I'm
is.
pretty
hopefully
sure,
the next
yeah.
guy be like, oh, I'm gonna hold you down.
but she's a good woman for the wrong man.
Yeah.
I give, yeah.
You can be a good woman all you want to, but at the same time, if you're a good woman for the wrong man, you're not a good woman. You stupid.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, sis. Hopefully you far away from that dude.
Not stupid. Maybe
No, I wish you. No, stay with him. No, you're doing it right. Stay with
keep
him.
learning?
Yeah,
Until you learn.
keep learning.
Until you learn,
Take
yeah.
that L. Take that lesson. Keep
Man,
learning. No,
you get
stay
fed
with
up.
him. Don't listen to us. Damn it. Where my button at?
I don't even
you
fuck
get
with that kind of
that
shit.
Stay with him.
It's funny.
Now, what are some theories you believe in that are okay? I'm really in a rabbit hole now. Do you have anything like that you really? I believe it, but this is like kind of far in rabbit hole.
I don't know.
Like the
What
Kraken.
you mean by that one?
Like, do you believe in the Kraken, flat Earth, inner Earth,
Oh,
terrarium, or
No, I believe in the crack. I believe that it's a whole bunch of shit up there under the in the sea
Okay.
that people don't know about because you can't know about it. It's too damn big.
too-
You get what I'm saying? I really think there's stuff under there that we don't know about. I think that thing from Finding Nemo over there with the little thing on his head. I think he down.
Oh,
there
you
too.
talking about that with that big ass mouth?
Yes, I think he down there too. I think he,
remember
because
that.
where'd you get the inspiration from? You know what I'm saying? Like you had to have seen it or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like where'd it come from? Like
you know, they said they found an Aztec mask I want to say it was Aztec, and it looked just like Batman. It looked just like Batman mask. I was like, that don't make no sense.
I can believe it though, because like, where did you get it from? Where did they get that?
And same with
from?
all the aliens, Stanley Kubrick and all these people creating the aliens back in the day on these movies. And now when we say get visuals of what real aliens might look like, it's kind of the same thing. So it might, I don't know.
I think we're the real Marvel characters.
We are.
Yeah, because I was looking at this person called Yahi. Shout out to Yahi. He was talking about the gamma ray in black people. He said when the time comes, the gamma ray in our DNA is going to turn us into the mutants you see on these Marvel movies. I think that really happens.
Yeah, you mean like
I think it could happen. Oh,
like X-Men and type stuff?
Yeah, like the Hulk and all that stuff. Yeah. He said that's gamma radiation. I mean, pigmentation in our blood, in our blood type, like how you were mentioning.
Well, my theory is that everybody has parasites in their body, and the parasites in your body is what's eating up that junk DNA and the gamma DNA, or all the stuff that can make you super. So once you rid your body of the parasites,
you're talking about the food and stuff and the air we breathe.
Yeah. But so once you rid your body of all these toxins and live in a better environment, you go like sometimes when I eat super healthy, I start to have really vivid dreams. That don't happen like right now when I eat all this BS. I just had shrimp the other day. It don't happen right now.
Can I add this to that?
Go ahead.
I think when you rid yourself of certain type, not only the diet but also certain type of things like prawn. I'm just calling it prawn. In other words, especially sexual activity.
Oh,
when you
meant to fish.
No. I said prawn because these people are sensitive when it comes to that.
Corn, man.
Corn. Okay, corn. I think when you stop looking at that, stop looking at certain things on social media. For me, it's like I think of certain things that's going to happen, and I used to have it all the time when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like premonitions or
like a premonition. Let's say I'm thinking of a scene in the movie, and all of a sudden later on that day that movie comes on,
and you see that scene,
and I see that same scene,
a deja vu.
Yes,
yeah.
That's probably. I don't want to say this on camera for effort, but that's probably what we got in common, because that used to happen to me all the time as a kid. But then I used to stop my premonitions. I'm like, wait, when I walk in this room and I look right, I'm gonna see this. So I look right. And then I think it drifted me into a different multiverse.
And slowly it's coming back, because I've been noticing to myself when you don't get enough rest, it don't happen.
No. It's coming back because you on that bird. I mean, you on some of them herbs.
That's probably so.
Once you start getting, I'm telling you, once you get your body healthy, that starts to come back.
That's probably.
Every time I eat super healthy, that stuff starts to come back to my life.
That's true. I used to have like very vivid dreams. Back in the day, and I used to be scared of them.
Man.
And eventually, like, I had stopped having those dreams because I was just so scared. Like, no, because if this happened in this, you got me fucked up.
Like Final Fantasy almost.
I swear, and it just be like, oh my god, I used to really be in them. I can remember them still to this day, like clear as freaking day.
I remember I
used to be terrified.
I remember like this time last year, I had a dream I got stabbed to death, and I woke up. You know how you wake up like the Undertaker? I sat up and I was doing all this.
Oh, man, that's
and crazy. I'm like, no, that it really happened to a variant of me in another universe. I think because it was just like the movie The One. The next few days and weeks, I was stronger. I was more wittier. It's like I got better. It's like the energy from that guy got dispersed to all of us. So
also, I got to mention this while we're on the topic. In the Bible, it's in Acts 2:17, which quotes Joel 2:18, stating, "In the last days, God says, I will pour into my spirit to all people. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams."
Mm-hmm.
It says in the scriptures.
I mean, I hear that's what.
That's Acts 2:17.
Okay. Okay.
Just I had to add some scripture into that.
All right, y'all ready for these questions? I know you got somewhere to be. We ain't trying to keep you too long.
Yeah.
All right, this is part of the show that you all love. So do we. We can create good dialogue from this. So we're gonna. Did he mention the rules to you?
Mm-mm.
So basically, what we're gonna do is we're all gonna pull a question out. Okay. We all will have opportunity to answer the same question that we all answer. And, we're just going to go around the table, do the same thing.
Okay.
And since you are our guest, you'll be the first one to pull. So we're going to start our theme music. We ready?
Yeah.
It's so loud in the deep.
Our theme music now.
This is our theme music. Even though it was Grand Theft Auto.
If you don't like the question, you can put it back, though.
Yeah.
Because it'd be some wild stuff in here.
It says, what are the 4 agreements? They're supposed to be, you're not supposed to take nothing personal. What goes around comes around. Always do your best. And forgiveness. Those are the 4 agreements.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't know. I didn't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Those are the
Four
Can we
agreements.
repeat them again?
What are the 4 agreements?
It would be
Don't take nothing personal.
yeah. It's like don't take nothing personal. Don't take nothing personal. Always try your best. What goes around comes around. It's like karma and what do they call it?
Polarity? No, not karma.
Like the law of attraction.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's something like that. And did I say forgiveness?
No, you didn't say.
And then it's
If you don't take nothing personal, why forgive?
because people still I don't
They're still being taught. They're educated.
you don't take nothing personal. Yeah. I guess if somebody was to come to you and be like X, Y, and Z or whatever, or like say even if they slapped you or wanted to fight you or whatever, or somebody shot at you, like you can't take that personal. It's really something that was outside of them that caused them to do that. It had nothing to do with you.
Turn the other cheek.
You know what I'm saying? Like it had nothing to do with you. Their decision to do that really had nothing to do with you. No matter how much you want to make it.
I know you broke it down, but could we further explain the 4 agreements? Like, what does that really mean to the people?
Oh, okay. I used to know back in the day, like completely. Do your best means like do your best. You know what I'm saying? Like just make sure that every day that you're always trying your best, and your best can look something different every day. It's not always like a cup full every day. Like your best that day could be resting, or it can be just like, oh, let me be in a present moment, and do like some type of self-care. You know what I'm saying? Like your best is different. You know what your best is, but as long as at the end of the day, you can sit there and be like, okay, I did my best this day, or like, this was a good day, or, it's not always about like what you accomplished. Sometimes it's about like being present that day. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what your best is. Forgiveness is always for yourself. It never really matters for the other person. It's always for yourself, because when you hold on to things, you tend to, push that off into other avenues of your life, which you wouldn't want them to push off into: spiritual, emotional, physical, even. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to hold on to any of those negative blockages from not accepting or forgiving someone. That's 2. What's the other one? I said forgiveness. I said try your best. Karma.
Try your best means to try your best, y'all. That's what.
Yeah. What goes around comes around, meaning like you reap what you sow. Y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow. At the end of the day, you get what you give. Do not take anything personal. Like I said, that goes back to like whatever somebody does to you, or whatever happens that is outside of yourself, meaning like that you
control, yeah.
did not control. You know what I'm saying? It has really nothing to do with you as far as in a personal attack. Because, sometimes people think like when people are saying certain things or doing certain things, like, oh, they're doing this to me, or you disrespected me, or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with them at all. Like at all. You can't take things that people say or do really personally, unless somebody is really sitting here threatening you. You get what I'm saying? Or, trying to really threaten you, or, your loved ones or something like that. It's no reason to take it personal. People gonna talk, people gonna do X, Y, and Z. As long as this person is not sitting here doing something to you, you get what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't matter.
Okay. And my question is, what is a hobby?
Did we all answer that?
I mean, it's
That was 4. That was the 4
no.
agreements.
She answered it, but
so we don't have to answer that, do we?
because it's like it's a question we all
I was
can't
gonna say
answer.
we don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we just making that clear. So
So mine is what is your hobby or interest you've outgrown? For me, it would be probably video games and watching TV all day. I don't do that no more. What's the hobby or interest you both have outgrown?
that I haven't or have.
That you've outgrown.
Doing hair, make it natural.
Dreadlocks or what?
No, I mean just doing hair. I did a lot of sew-ins. I've done locks. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I've done whatever, like pressing curls.
Yeah,
whatever.
locks, not dreadlocks. My fault. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, like natural skincare. I used to do that a lot.
Okay.
Does watching modern wrestling count?
I thought you still do it though.
I watch old wrestling.
Oh,
I can't watch
yeah, okay.
wrestling
He
today.
said modern. He did make a point to say modern.
Right. I love classic wrestling from the 80s all the way to, you know,
I can feel it.
to the I want to say like 2005 when I quit watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, I love the Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock. That's my time. But it's like when it comes to today's wrestling, I can't get jiggy with that shit. Right. So, my question right here said, if you found out your spouse and best friend were hooking up behind your back, what would you do? Why everybody quiet?
I'll go on about my life.
Yeah, I just cut them both loose because that's like,
Yeah,
damn,
I'll
I
go on
lost.
about my life.
It would hurt though because you
I'm
lost.
not about to argue with two of them.
Man, it's like you lost two people you care about. That's the only thing gonna hurt. Like, damn, I lost two. It's one thing to lose one person, but I just lost two people I care about.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt for a quick second, but it's just gonna be like,
Yeah, it's liable to drive a person crazy if you ain't careful. But both of you are right. Walk away.
you ain't gonna drive me crazy, boy. I'm gone. I'm not about to fight.
No, don't do that.
What I'm gonna fight? I'm gonna argue with you about what you know that you're doing? No, absolutely not.
And it ain't cool being in jail.
Okay,
I
it's
never
not.
been, and Lord willing, I never go.
It's not fun.
I'll say, just don't disrespect.
You say it like you know.
I went to Wayne County for like 30 days.
Oh,
Oh,
They
shoot.
definitely had me.
well, see, from that experience, 30 days for like 30 years, huh?
Okay, I couldn't get out if I wanted to.
See,
But
wanna
this was
live life
before
like
all that you know now, though.
No, like this was kind of like, this was like, what? Like October,
Oh,
messing
wow.
with Canton. You get what I'm saying? Arguing with that judge or whatever. And that judge, yeah, I was kind of lit when they,
I mean, but you know how they.
No,
and
I
these
was-
are the people you don't want to sue?
no, it's not them.
Okay, I'm about,
It's Sabrina over there in Inkster Court.
I'm about to say, you got to get them.
Oh, them the work.
It's
No
Sabrina.
comment.
It's Sabrina. And
No comment.
they know that they're all bad. Even other states, I mean not states, cities know that Inkster is bad.
That's the
And it's
the
something
most-
about it's something about them not having a sheriff or something like that. It's just everything is bad. The police and the jail.
I try
mean,
to
the
stay
jail,
away
the
from
courts.
Inkster as much as I can. I don't
do
even
too.
rock with Inkster.
I don't like them either. I don't like them either.
the most corrupt out of everybody in your
The
opinion?
people, all of that.
Stay
No,
out of
is that
Inkster.
is that the most corrupt out of all the local cities? Or
I don't think that they're the most corrupt. I just feel like, well, yeah,
that's a bad question.
No,
They
they are very pretty. I mean,
But like you said, without a
Detroit-
sheriff, they need a sheriff. That's
Detroit
the only.
is worse than them. You get what I'm saying?
Detroit
But
has sheriffs though.
Detroit is still worse than them, and they lock up people on a higher rate. But
It's more condensed though. Pros and cons to what we're both saying.
yeah, Inkster is horrible though. I don't
Any place without a sheriff, that's a doozy
Yeah,
because that's the
Sabrina-
only person can uphold the law.
Yeah, Sabrina, she's not no good. It's basically whatever she says, go in there. And if you don't want to sit there and really fight her, then nobody's going to do anything.
What kind
And
of
who is she exactly?
Sabrina's the judge for Inkster,
Okay.
29th district judge.
and what
Is
kind
that
of
29?
paperwork do you
Is
send
it
in prior
29?
to cases?
Sabrina was a long time ago. So like with their case, I had no clue. So the only reason why I got locked up, I had no
22nd.
clue. So like I guess for like the past like 2-3 years, they weren't giving me tickets. So when they were pulling me over, they weren't giving me tickets.
Okay.
But for some reason, they were still issuing out like warrants, right? So it wasn't until I came across that Camp Police where they're like, you got like these warrants out. Warrants from what? Nobody wants to tell me warrants from what? Warrants from who?
Wait, well, yeah, that's what
That's
I want to
what
know. Because if you for not showing up to the court case for the tickets you didn't get,
I never got no tickets. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So how you gonna want a warrant?
I'm fighting this like right now in what is it called? Washtenaw County, because they're one of those people that was on there. Washtenaw, Romulus, and I just finished a one in Canton with Plymouth and stuff like that or whatever, and I'm debating about Detroit because Detroit was one of those other people that was on that list that they get because they end of it when I got out, they ended up giving me like a list of all the people that had it or whatever.
They had a warrant for you? Or?
Yes. And when I look it up, you can see clear as day. Like, when you look it up, you can see clear as day. Like, it's saying, like, the mail was returned. So I was never served. And this is what you get what I'm saying? Like, I fought this in the case because I end up getting like the warrants removed because I fought this, because you can see it clear as day. Like, how the fuck are you issuing out warrants, having a whole hearing or whatever the case may be, and the mail was returned. I was never served nothing.
You made them mad. Who did you anger?
I pissed them all off. And I don't really care. And then I'm going to tell the attorney general, because I'm not about to sit here and argue with y'all about nothing. I'm not about to argue with y'all about shit that y'all know, or if y'all don't know, that's not my fault. You get what I'm saying? Because if I had learned this out here, you could have learned this out here too, because you're actually an attorney.
They're on the other side, though. You
get what I'm saying? Like, this is actually your field.
They're under oath. They're under oath. They're on the other side. Once you
your field of work, yeah, you get what I'm saying. So like, I don't.
They work for the tax courts. They're under oath. Even they know what's happening, but
I don't play with them anymore.
Their allegiance is to the other side.
I don't play with them anymore, especially after I found out that they was writing all them tickets. Like I said, I was in jail. I didn't even do anything. I wasn't even convicted. They didn't even convict me on anything. You know what I'm saying? I was in there because they said, "Oh, you're a flight risk because you have these warrants." That I don't even know where the fuck I got warrants at. And they're not even telling me where I got warrants at right then and there.
Is this her right here?
Yeah. Who is it?
Sabrina, who you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, that might be her. I ain't seen her since 2000, like what, 19? 17? 19?
No comment. Man, I don't know why you showed me that. No
I ain't
comment.
seen her in a minute, and I saw her over a video chat. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like when Zoom was happening.
Yeah,
so it's
no
probably
comment.
like 2020 or something like that.
Oh, that weird.
I don't know why the way you described her. I didn't think she was one of us.
Oh,
I didn't think so either.
No, she's black. Sabrina is black.
Oh, look at them eyes.
For sure.
Look at them eyes.
She's black.
The
She
eyes tell you a lot.
She got on my nerves, and they know I could have sued her. That's why I said that judge.
Still go for it.
That was the federal judge that was like, "Yeah, you're just missing that. You're just missing the address.
I've told you on a few times. I got some.
You're just missing the address."
I talk about that off the camera.
Looks like we can't go back to Inkster no more.
No, I don't go to Inkster.
Well, I never been.
I got a lot.
I don't even play. Yeah.
No, I don't rock with Inkster.
I used to live in Inkster. That's the only reason why I even got anything with them. Because I used to live in Inkster, and that sheriff or whatever used to always come out there, and that's what I said. That one time he decided that he wanted to lock me up or whatever, and I'm just like, for what? Like, what did I do? Like, it was just a whole bunch of mess.
That's no good.
Yeah, it was. And he was supposed to be a quote unquote sheriff. I said, "Bitch, how you a sheriff if you don't uphold the law?" I said, "Oh, okay, I got something for you." Yeah, he was scared out his boots. That's why I said I don't. If I redid that address, it'd be different. I still got the whole lawsuit.
Now don't tell us where it is. They might go in your crib.
Who cares?
They might go in your crib.
Man,
She know.
Cops will do that.
Hey, she ain't
it's
scared.
already saved.
She ain't
It's already
scared.
All right, as long as
I
it's
know
in the
they're
cloud
not
or
about
something.
to.
She ain't scared of nobody. And look like,
know.
About that.
They
hey,
wouldn't even know where I stayed if I told them.
man, she got on all black Air Force Ones, man. Who you think you up there? But I just got one more final question for you. Since you got all these achievements under your belts, what's anything else that you want to do more than what you're doing right now?
Overall, I want to open up like a youth center. Open up a youth center. That's it.
Geared towards education or athleticism or everything?
No, more so like education.
That's what I figured.
So yeah, I definitely want to teach the kids. You know, me and my friend actually we have it set up. We just haven't, different times it's not aligning all the way, but we have it all like kind of set up where we're really going to be like it's like a daycare type learning type of center or whatever from ages like I want to say because she has a younger kids. I want to say her kids is like maybe 6 months to like 13, and I have 14 to like 21.
I would say, I think you should also do more podcasts because you seem like a real type of personality with a lot of knowledge in your field of study. And I feel like you'll be able to relate to a lot of the millennials and newer generations coming up. So something to consider. But you also say you don't really be on social media like that.
Yeah, so I appreciate it. That's why I got glasses on. I really don't be on social media like that. I'm really shy. I'm really like, I don't.
You laid back people.
Yeah, I don't do this. I like to be behind the scenes. I'd rather be a producer than a songwriter. Or than an artist.
That's where the money is. No.
So.
No wrong with that.
That's where the real power is, behind the cameras.
Yeah.
You got any more questions?
Now, I don't have any more questions. Did you want to pull one more for yourself out the bowl? Or for all of us, but only you pulling?
Good. Go for it.
Yo, no bars, just questions.
and big cars. We from Mars.
Okay.
Takeoff.
Let me see.
Hopefully it's something good.
Someone, what rapper doesn't belong on the top 5 list?
Doesn't belong?
Yes.
That depends on who's on the top 5 list.
That's
Yeah,
so
who's
several.
the top 5?
You want to pick another question?
Okay.
Yeah, pick another
Stupid.
question.
It's several.
Pick another
Whoever
question.
is not on the top.
That's not the right
I
question.
would have said, don't even put that back in.
I don't know who wrote that one.
That's a yellow piece of paper.
It was kind of like yellow. If it wasn't orange. How important is it to teach your children to fight? I think it's very important.
How important is it to teach your children to fight?
I think it's very important for your kids to know how to defend themselves.
Defend. The magic word in that, y'all.
Well, yeah, fighting is supposed to be a defense mechanism, not like, oh, I'm just going to just fight somebody because they didn't give me this cookie. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a defense mechanism.
Yeah, we don't go on the attacks. Just learn to fight for defense purposes only. Just like all the arms you got in your house for defensive purposes.
Right. It's not just, yeah. I'm about to sit here and play with that.
Turn the other cheek. I'm bullshitting. No. Eye for an eye.
No.
Look at y'all.
I don't got no comment.
Hey, look how y'all looking at
I don't got no comment.
No. Definitely an eye for an eye with me. A lot of people, hey, you'd be surprised how much these kids don't know how to fight.
No.
So what was Ali Selassie views or Marcus Garvey views on defense and learning to fight, dude? I was just wondering if you knew.
I don't.
Because other than Malcolm and Martin, beyond them, the people before preceded them, I just don't know their views on.
No, I know Marcus Garvey wanted like an army.
Okay.
I know that they wanted them to protect themselves. Just no different than what's his name?
Noble?
No, York.
He just got out of hurt.
He did?
I just heard he just
I
got
thought
out.
he had life.
I want to say he just got out. Well, I saw something.
I haven't seen no official thing saying he got out. I've seen stuff saying that he got out, but I haven't seen nothing official.
Dr. Z York. I mean,
Saying
again,
that
I
he
heard it
got
off the
out.
internet, so it
Right.
might not be real. But
I haven't seen nothing official saying that he got out. So
Dr.
I
Z
don't
York.
know. But yeah, it's all they wanted us to defend ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to know, because if you don't defend yourself and have arms to protect yourselves, they can run over you. You see what happened in World War II? They took all they
I mean, that's already
arms
what
and
they
stuff.
did. That's how they got the land. Now.
Especially our people. We need to learn how to, we so shy away from self-defense and guns and stuff like that. It makes no sense. I don't know if y'all heard about this town in Ohio. I can't remember. I want to say it's Evansville.
Might be, I don't know.
Evansville, Ohio. Go look it up. They had the skinheads walk down there, with swastikas and all that.
Yeah.
Like I think,
But they
stuff
waited
like
till the
that.
streets was empty, though.
Yeah,
That
I
might have
think
been
stuff
been
like
planned.
It's a setup.
Yeah, that was a plan.
It's a setup to just start up some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a plan.
Because they want to
Yeah.
get us out in these streets, and we have collectively decided not to give a fuck about all the stuff that's going on. That's the problem.
And they waited for some big event when everybody was gone to walk through.
Man, they strictly went to that neighborhood. It's not like
That
they walked to
particular-
their neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? And just was like, okay, yeah, y'all not allowed here no more or whatever. They specifically walked to their neighborhood.
Out of
What?
all
Like,
cities.
Why would you go mess with these people? That don't even make any sense. They want us to be separate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them walking down there to a different neighborhood wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you want
That
us
was
to
a setup.
separate but
get a
equal.
reaction
That's
or
one thing I
whatever.
did like about, I think it was Martin said, separate but equal. Like, yo, I don't care what y'all got going over there.
No, that was Malcolm.
That was Malcolm there. Okay. But like we should have our own. Everybody, even unfortunately the fortunate foreigners that come here, give them their own.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
mix with y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't. I personally don't mind, but there's several people I know just don't want to mix.
Before I get out of here, have y'all heard anything about the April 5th protests?
No.
I've been kind of hearing about that because I've been seeing it lately. People talking about like don't go outside April 5th or whatever. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening April 5th? I don't watch the news, so I don't really know what's going on.
Basically,
But they basically saying that they're fighting
Yeah.
like they're trying to like protest like Trump and Elon.
yeah, it's supposed to be a global protest, right? It's right here. See, the April 5th, 2025, to remove corrupt politicians.
Well,
But they all corrupt. Ain't they all corrupt?
I'm going to a comedy show that day. As long as it don't interfere with that. I
Look,
don't
April
care.
5th. Look, see, April 5th, 2025.
That's what I be saying. Like, even when like Elon got like, when they gave him whatever powers they got to like the security or social security or whatever. And it's just like, why are y'all so outraged? These motherfuckers had all this access this whole time. What is the selective outrage for?
That's what I've been trying to tell people.
I'm confused on a selective outrage.
All I'm gonna say is this.
And what that gonna do? What the hell this gonna do?
That April 5th thing say something about reclaim democracy. I'm gonna let y'all know America is a republic. Always has been, always will be. America is a republic.
It is.
Can I ask y'all a question? How many times have people protested since after civil rights? What has changed?
You mean from walking and marching and all
Yes.
that? Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it worked
no.
back in the 60s, don't get me wrong, but even after that, what has actually changed?
Just your name get added to a list. Oh, he was down there? Write his name down.
I don't get it.
Nothing. We got more laws and regulations.
I don't get it. Look, even right here, look. See? In Seattle. It's supposed to be a...
Rally and protest. Yeah. Democracy. Really do y'all research on democracy?
and why they always got to have this particular picture right here? You know what I'm talking
Picture
about.
of a black woman with braids.
With a sharp look
Good.
by herself.
They need to sell it.
They probably gave her $20 for that picture.
Man, look at this.
The model, she might be a model from an agency. She didn't know what she was doing that day.
I need glasses. Yeah, they need somebody to sell it. That's all.
Yeah, we'll put it
Where's
up.
that tropical smoothie at? That was around here.
It's one on right up 9. We ain't gonna tell y'all where we at, but hey, we in a space shuttle. We ain't nowhere near Earth. So
But yeah, we have had a good show. We would like to have you back in the future. Real stuff pop off.
Back.
let's give a special round of applause for our guests for being on the show today. We learned a lot today. We had fun. We laughed. We learned all that good stuff.
Next time we're gonna ask you about real questions. The vaccine in 2020 stuff that'll get you canceled.
Be prepared for that one. So
The disinformation does and all the real questions.
no, it's gonna be the disinformation 15. We all gonna be on there too.
Oh yeah,
So hey,
that was quick math. I like how you did that.
hey,
I appreciate y'all for having me here.
Yep.
It
Oh,
was fun.
well, thank you for coming. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
Yeah. And if you ever want to bring a guest, we got clearly enough space for one other.
Yes.
No dogs.
No,
Come on, man.
I know one day somebody gonna bring a pet. I
I don't have animals.
Ain't nothing wrong with a pet, man. Be like Alligator Man.
my crib.
Ain't no wrong with it. Alligator Man. Look it up. Alligator Man.
Yeah, no.
Atlanta.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So it's been another one for the books. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. I'm your boy Adrian, aka Dave,
I'm Stubbs.
and we out here.
Peace.
Peace.